Hi there, Scorpio. Thank you for joining me for your weekly forecast for week commencing the 16th of December. Saturn has been in your sign for just over a year and a quarter, and of course it hasn't all been a walk in the park, but it has been making you much more focused on what's really important, and its connection with Jupiter, the planet of growth, at the start of this week, Monday and Tuesday, is going to help you to finish off some plans that have been in the pipeline for the last couple of months and have been shaping up really well. Of course, there may have been some things that you've let go of, maybe a job, a relationship, a lifestyle, a habit, an attitude, and all of this is being helped by Jupiter because Jupiter is helping you to be more open-minded and not quite so conservative and not so hidebound, defensive, or even at times running a little bit on the nervous side and being very suspicious about what other people think about you. Maybe you do feel at times that you've been stripped down to the very basics of your situation with Saturn's influence, but you know, it can be fundamentally a very positive thing. And when you emerge from Saturn in a year's time, it leaves your sign the last week of 2014, I do feel that you will see how far you've come, and it will be a hugely satisfying process, I feel. But as ever with Saturn, we have to fight for it. We have to work very hard. Now, the other thing that happens this week concerns Uranus, which has been twisting backwards for the last 5.5 months in your sector of work. If you've been finding it hard to settle, or there's been a lot of uncertainties or restlessness, or changes just seem to have been thrust upon you at every turn, I do feel that this is going to help you. Unfortunately, with Mars in opposition to Uranus, there could still be some things that you can't quite control between now and the first week of January, or the end of the first week of January. And it all points towards something that's to do with a legacy. It may be a past relationship, association, attitude you had. Something is still to feed back through to you, perhaps in a karmic way. What you put out needs to come back. You can reap it very positively, perhaps less so. But the way this comes about can be quite dramatic and unexpected. It's just the way it is. Mars, your ruler, opposite Uranus in Aries. It's just about as toxic as it can get. And there could be a lot of tensions before the end of this year. But I think if these do come all out into the open and there are some frank discussions, it can be hugely positive for you. Now, this is also a week when the Sun forges a beautiful link to Venus, suggesting that there may be something to do with possessions, perhaps to do with buying Christmas presents. I do feel that you may be more attracted to technology if you can afford it, to buy it for loved ones, or perhaps technology can change your life in some way. Something here can be quite sweet too. Now on Saturday, Venus does itself begin a backward journey, suggesting that this potential to revisit something that's not quite settled, that still has some kind of roots in the past, can be there right through to the end of January. But then, as this week draws to a close, the Sun pitches up into Capricorn, and I think this is absolutely brilliant for you. It's going to give you more zest, more enthusiasm. You can see you bubbling away, and there can be lots of busy exchanges as this week draws to a close. And the week following this one can get busier still. But I can't really put a veneer over it. Mars opposite Uranus is very tense, but it may not be tension you can control because it could come from outside of you. Someone could challenge you with elements of your nature that you're not aware of. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.